They're not all about the fans, right?
It's all about the fans. What do you mean live in 2 hours? I didn't say 2 a.m. Here we go. All right. I am live. Nobody's watching. Okay, let me just put out another tweet.
Did anything happen besides that?
Oh, I got an agenda for today. Might be a shorter show than usual. Let's see.
You gonna take your break?
No breaks
He's going
needed.
to do that tour wrap-up sound like 20.
Ugh. So you all really can't hear the fucking noise in the background? Because I'll leave that shit running. That's my air conditioner. I'll leave it running.
Leave it running, man. You good?
Let me listen to the show.
Yeah, it's not. You can't hear it at all.
Yeah, you can't hear it at all.
You know what? The delay's not too bad. It's only it's like 5 seconds. Okay, you can actually hear it in the stream, but because it's almost like white noise, you can't really differentiate. At some point, I'm going to turn it off, and you guys are going to be like, oh, shit, your show's in HD now.
There's a guy in front of you.
Hey, what's up, Ice?
Hi.
You wipe your ass, nigga? You talk about me because I had Bubbleguts? Yes, I did. So let me tell you about Bubbleguts. Thank you for the finest. Glad finest cracked me up. Finest like, no, I'm in 2 hours, man. My woman drives me crazy.
I like that you're going to this with a strict agenda. And
yes, I have a strict agenda. Tonight we're going to talk about the Xbox X can render Titanfall 2 at 6K. PS4 getting a standalone Modern Warfare Remaster. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z. Our question.
Period.
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to go into detail because I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, and there's reasons why I think this game looks awesome. Our Patreon question from James Ponyo is gaming in the 90s and how it defines games today. I can't wait to get on that.
Oh, God. The oldest man conversation coming up.
No, it's not. All right, there's 4 people watching the stream. That's good. If you are noticing there's a white noise in the background, a high level of hum, that is my air conditioner. It is hot as shit right now, so you'll just have to deal with it, at least for the first half of the show. I'm trying to cool the studio down, and I should have been running it when I was sitting on the couch watching anime. Oh, I also would like to talk about Attack on Titan Season 2, now that I'm caught up, and Food Wars. So I've been watching some anime. Let's get the show started. Welcome to Warzone number 324.
You forgot that most important topic.
What?
The release for Firepro Wrestling.
Thank you, Ice. Thank you, Ice. Why the noise got to be white, says Emery Kalami. Because everything else that's negative is black. I'm tired of this shit. The only thing negative that's white is white noise and white lies. But even white lies are like okay lies. You can say white lies. They're friendly little lies. Little kids tell white lies. A little lie you tell your girlfriend. Whatever. White lies. They're cute. But regular lies, let's whitewash. Well,
white privilege.
Okay, people, come on. Black Death. Black Death. Black Monday.
I'm saying whitewash is when you take someone's face and you shove snow in it.
Black ass. Dark times. that black motherfucker that stole my money. Tired of this shit.
Night.
Dark Knight. The fucking Tower Knight. A couple things before we get started on episode 320.
White Knight's probably just as negative.
You know what? QL's here early tonight. And do you know why he's here early tonight, people?
Unfortunately.
Ice knows. Does anybody else know why he's here early?
Because I have the night off.
No, because because Titanfall 2 can be rendered in 6K. And you had to be here for that.
I just read that, like, I don't know, maybe a half an hour before the show, 15 minutes before the show. I thought it was hilarious.
Do you guys notice that the lighting on my face is a little bit better?
No.
Really?
I'm not watching it, so no.
I mean, the people that are watching it. I have a glow. Anyway, did you say chicken wing or share a link?
Share a link.
Dude, YouTube/VG Warzone. I want to thank everybody that came through and subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. So we got 100 subscribers, so I could change the fucking URL. The shit was driving me crazy. It was like, check out VG Warzone at youtube.com/CX1Y!027 TLFXZ. They got tired of that.
So now it's VG Warzone at the Bone Zone /YouTube.
No, it's don't fuck with people.
Bone Zone.
It's VG. It's YouTube/VG Warzone. Okay. So I want to tell you about Bubbleguts. For my entire life, now I've known my best friend since I was 4 years old. We're going on 43 years, right? And it was always known as indigestion. One day we couldn't work out. We were supposed to get up and work out, and I said, "Dude, I'm too fucking tired." He says, "That's okay. I was about to text you because I have bubble guts." I'm like, "What the fuck is bubble guts?" He's like, "You know, when you fucking got fucking indigestion, you just gas in your stomach." I'm like, "Oh, you call it bubble guts?" He's like, "Yeah, ain't that what you call it?" I'm like, "No, but I'm gonna start calling it bubble guts." Not a couple days. A couple days after that, I'm sitting down, and I got bubble guts. I'm like, I totally get this now. So tonight, I don't know if y'all saw my video. I made some killer ribs last week, and it's Friday night. My girlfriend's out dancing. I don't feel like cooking, so I just heated up some ribs. I made a salad, and I'm eating these ribs.
What about you for ribs? That looks good.
My ribs, okay, so what I've learned is, especially from Texas people, you don't put barbecue sauce on ribs.
You dried up?
Your season game has to be on point, and if your season game is on point, you do not need sauce. I'll give you an example. While I did pick up some Stubbs hickory bourbon sauce to go with the ribs for those people that like a little sauce in their ribs, and it is good, my season game, my dry rub that I make is so good, you don't need sauce. Case in point. So we're at the barbecue, and I'm making the ribs, and I'm there with my friend's cousin. I'm like, "Here, try a rib." So he tries a rib, blows them away. If you ever watch Food Wars, when they bite into something, and then all this crazy stuff happens, and their clothes come off, and they're talking about the food, that's what happened. So anyway,
Or it didn't happen.
he ate it, and then I went home, and I got the Stubbs. So I brought the Stubbs. I said, "Yo, just in case you need it, Stubbs barbecue sauce." He's like, "Nope, doesn't need sauce." That's how good your ribs got to be. And the shits are fucking delicious. So I gotta do Big T's fucking seasonings. I'm thinking about bottling some seasonings. I want to bottle my steak season and my pork rib rub, and I'm gonna make them available to the world. Why is there silence? Y'all should be like, "Oh shit, yeah!"
We're basking in the glow of
So anyway, I'm eating.
Adventure.
Oh, whatever. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching Attack on Titan 2 and eating ribs, and then Attack on Titan 2, I'm caught up, so I decided to watch some Food Wars. And I eat these ribs. I can only eat about half of the ribs I had. I had like 6 ribs. I only ate like 3 of them. My salad, and I'm drinking. I didn't finish them. I'm drinking pink lemonade. Then I got fucking bubble guts, and I'm like, shit. And it's hot, and I'm like, I got so much preparation to do for this show. I'm gonna be a little late. You know, it's like, so I get up, I'm like, let me try to get something out of my system. So I go and I take a shit, clear that up, get things moving in my system, and I turn on the AC and I set up. So that's why it took me, you know, it takes me long. Before I could just sit down, open up Discord, open up my digital audio workstation, and be done. But no, I got to do lighting, got to make sure the green screen set, I got to do the stream, and you know, just all kinds of preparation. I got to get images in my shit, all kinds of preparation for the show now. So anyway, I'm happy I'm here. Right now there are... I really like this. So there's 11 people actually watching the stream. This shit's blowing my mind.
And there's no super chat. How the fuck are we supposed to give you money?
What do you mean there's no super chat?
No super chat.
What the fuck is super
$,
chat?
Super chat, where we can give you money. That's like a little $. We click on it, we donate money, and we can like leave a message like a question.
Wait, what is that? Where do you get it?
It's something that YouTube gives you.
Oh no, YouTube killed their donation system. They're revamping it.
Rich had it on his last stream.
So what live stream are you on? YouTube?
I'm on YouTube. Okay, for those in the chat that don't know,
Is it a voice delay?
it's only a 5-second delay. It's not too bad.
It's not horrible. It's not a sub 1 second delay.
Is Bubbly okay?
Wait, there's too many people. What?
Did you figure out how to put a video on your fucking thing yet?
Oh yeah, she didn't see that. I did that the other week. Yeah, I got that all set. I'm golden.
So you should be able to run a stream off your back end because it's just a fucking video, right?
Oh, okay. Well,
URL.
The video is not. No, it's not a URL. I'm doing. So there's two ways. If it's a live stream, right? I just go and I add the live stream. I find the live stream and I have it set up so I can show my entire screen. So I do it full screen and I can show my entire screen to the world. So yes, I can do that, and I can do downloadable MP4 videos. So yeah, I could do that. Why, is there something you were interested in, Ice?
No, just make sure. Like I'm trying to help you out with, because you're like, I can't do that. Oh, I can only show multiple streams of Mixer. I can only do it on Mixer.
I figured it out, man. I figured it out. Okay, I got it.
That's fucking Coel telling you shit you don't, not necessarily true.
What about the? Yeah, so I looked at so YouTube used to have a donation link, and I looked into that, and they killed that because they're doing something new. Are you fucking kidding me? Duck Hunt in VR?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
But
That's
this time you
that's
play as
crazy.
Duck.
That would be amazing.
Oh wow. This is just like a concept, right? Yeah, this is just a video. It's not real. Anyway, so where was I? So yeah, I was watching it. Dude, are there any Attack on Titan fans in here?
I'm a fan, but I'm not caught up yet. I've read more of the manga.
Yeah, I'm a fan at where the anime is right now, and but it gets really good, and then it just
guys, shut up.
I'm a fair weather fan.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
They're covering the same story beats, but the format of the anime, there are long sections in the manga where it basically becomes like a court procedural, and they're skipping over those in the anime to get straight action.
Well, look,
The stuff sucked.
I love the show.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
And the thing that I like about it is there's all this like unanswered questions from the first season, and they're starting to get answered slowly. And I'm just like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? How come I didn't see this? You know, it's just so many things they're revealing. And the thing I love about that show is that they have a way of building suspense up to these moments using music and imagery unlike any anime I've ever seen before. They do it like movies. And it's just, oh my god, I fucking love it. So I'm watching that. As a foodie, gotta love Food Wars. Gotta love it. So I'm back on Food Wars now. I think I just watched episode 20. And I was absolutely on the floor. It's so good. The thing I like about the show is all the recipes are real. Every single recipe on that show is real. Whoever wrote this show came up with it. They do not fuck around. It's all real.
Have you tried any of the recipes from the show yourself?
I haven't made any of the recipes, but I've had them. I had one of the recipes at a Japanese restaurant.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's actually a lie, because I did make chicken katsu a couple weeks ago. And there's another fried chicken recipe in that Japanese make called chicken. Oh fuck, I forget the name of it. Hold on. Japanese fried chicken. It's called no.
Chicken teriyaki.
Chicken karage. So it's called chicken karage. They actually made that on Food Wars, and I tried it in the restaurant. It was fucking delicious.
Yeah, but you can't make those bento boxes though.
Actually, I can make a bento box.
Whatever.
Bento box is easy. Steam
It's not hard.
Not the one they made.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. But I've actually, you know, here's when the show really fucked me up. When I first started watching it, and they made that dish where he made these little jello these little like square jello things, and he put them over the rice, and they melted and seeped into the rice. And I did a Google search on that and found out that shit was real. I was like, what? You could actually make that? And the problem with Food Wars, don't watch Food Wars on an empty stomach. Do not watch that show on an empty stomach because it fucks you up.
That should be like a blanket statement for all Food Networks.
It should. It really should. Because, man, let me tell you something. Now, that's odd. Oh, I got to use this to get all the chat. All right, I'm using the wrong chat. I got it. Okay, good. Okay, so anyway, that's good. So I'm getting back in the anime now. I still haven't really gamed. Every time I said, "What did?" Go ahead.
Talk about an interesting topic instead of like 5 seconds on Attack on Titan that went nowhere.
We're done talking about Attack on Titan.
Because you didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I did. I talked about how dope it is. I don't want to give anything away.
What's in the basement, Tor?
I don't have anything in the basement. Like there's some old boxes down there.
It's an it could be an interesting topic, but this is what you did. All right, everyone, we have a topic. It's called. All right, we're going to talk about Attack on Titan. I really like Attack on Titan. Period.
Ice is such the asshole producer. He's such an asshole producer.
Like, what the fuck is that? That's not a topic. That's just your opinion on something.
That's what I talk about here.
Tor,
that's not a topic.
People come here to find out if I like big titties or not. I tell them.
is the answer yes?
Yes.
How about we talk about Microsoft being exposed and the guy admitting that it's like really checkerboard stuff?
Wait. Oh, you want to talk about the checkerboard? Okay, we can get into that. Let me add that. Let's see.
Hurry up and get done with the Dragon Ball talks. We can go
Checkerboard.
No, that's afterwards.
Should they call it Xbox Checkerboard?
Okay, so what do they call it? They have a different name for it.
It's the whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
Why do you guys let them do this to you?
What are you talking about?
We had this conversation. Torrance, did we or did we not have this conversation months ago?
About what?
What
oh, look, I got a tip! Thanks to QL. What?
We said this is not. It's not going to be real 4K in any of these boxes right now, because
except for Microsoft games.
No.
Well, wait a minute. No. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold up. Ice.
8 billion pixels.
I gotta say it. QL's right. You're wrong. Right now, sparse rendering. Thanks, Davin. So Microsoft games are all native 4K. Everything they're publishing is native 4K. It's the third parties that are doing the sparse rendering. So I got to confirm that Ubisoft's doing it for Assassin's Creed. And what I'm hearing is the Shadow of War is supposed to be native.
It is, at least according to the guy who said shit. You never know, though. The PR guy's like, it's native 4K. Then it gets released and we find out it's like fucking like 1970 or something, up-res to 2160.
I'm just saying, but they're supposed to be 4K 60. Nothing is supposed to be 4K 60. Here's the deal.
No one said that either.
Yeah, nobody ever said 4K 60. They said 4K. And the thing is, you got a game like Forza, okay, that's 4K 60. But these games that they have to put on other platforms are not going to be 4K 60. I don't know why they can't take a single-player game like Assassin's Creed and do 4K 60, because it's not multiplayer, so they don't have to worry about people having an advantage. There's
the
obviously
engine is still the old shitty engine, I think.
I'm hearing like two things.
CPU sucks.
No, Assassin's Creed is... I thought Assassin's Creed was dynamic on PS4 Pro. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really keep up on all this fucking resolution frame rate shit. You know why? Tell him, Freddie.
1080.
Yeah,
a
you
1070
fuck.
there.
Because I got a fucking PC. So I don't really follow all this shit.
Sparse's PC could
I
be
don't really either,
6K.
but I find it amusing, man.
PC Master Race.
Wait. Ice, would you say my PC can do what?
6K.
No, my PC can't do 6K. So that's why that news caught my attention.
Oh, it can? Yes, it can.
Dude, I could probably push 6K at like 5 frames per second on this thing. But here's the thing. I don't care about 6K. I don't even care about fucking 4K. And this is what's wrong with these fucking developers and these publishers out here. They just need to make every game 1080p 60 and everybody will be fucking happy.
That's what the ARC developer is doing.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm
60.
Yeah, and if you got a fucking 4K screen, then the game should be able to properly upscale to 4K, like as if you had a PC and you went from a 1080p monitor to a 4K monitor. It should do the same thing.
Yeah, HDR enabled makes it look pretty anyways.
I Am Legend, the Microsoft games are uncompromised. But until Microsoft releases their own game and it's not 4K 60, we really can't say that they lied about that. They've always said the developers can do what they want to do.
And the uncompromised had nothing to do with the uncompromised, the whole spiel that he gave. If you go look it up, that he was talking about, the only place you can get uncompromised 4K is video games, because everywhere else there's some compression somewhere, and the only silicon to screen 4K, the only true 4K you can get, is in the video game marketplace. Everywhere else it's compression. At some point you're compressing the video or whatever. That's what he was speaking of when he was talking about uncompromised or pixel.
Crackdown 3 isn't 60 frames per second. Crackdown's never been 60 frames per second.
Nope. It's always been
30 frames per second.
Open world games are going to always be 30 frames per second until these consoles move up to...
So you get them on PC and then they're whatever you want.
Yeah, and then when you get them on PC, they're whatever.
Until these consoles have real
CPUs.
CPUs.
Saying that they're always something and they're not.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is, but
And the Steam sale's going on, guys.
And it
Steam
fucking sucks!
yeah, I don't even what is there to say about the Steam sale right now?
It's garbage.
Yeah,
Like it's all the way. We didn't finish. Let's finish this Titanfall thing. We didn't finish this off. Oh, so see, Joe Blow can hear my fan. I knew somebody would be able to. I knew there's going to be somebody that has acute hearing. That's going to be like, I can hear that shit, motherfucker. Turn it off. You're fucking up my show. Hold on a second.
Like a cat.
Now everybody's going to be like, oh shit, I hear a difference now.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything because I got a fan going in my background too. So,
All right, how is it now?
It's terrible.
So let's finish this Titanfall 2 talk. So, the developers of Titanfall 2 say that they have the shit running at 6K on their dev kits. And I think they said 6K 60 frames per second. Is that true?
I think it's dynamic resolution, but there's no cap on the resolution.
Right.
And so at some point it hit
And then
3200p.
Yeah, and then they said they super or downsampled it to fit on the screen. And I don't know if you guys know this, is if you take a 4K image and you downsample it to 1080p, it looks much gorgeous than a native 1080p image. It's the old saying, garbage in, garbage out. And the opposite is that if you put something really beautiful in, you get something beautiful out. So when you take 4K and you dump it down to 1080, it just looks beautiful. It looks really sharp and crispy. And there's a lot more detail than you'd get in the native 1080p image. So they did this. Here's the problem. Ain't nobody going to get a 6K version of that game on their fucking Xbox X. But what they've been able to do with it, and mind you, it's still the Source engine. It's an older engine. It should be able to eat up all those frames and resolution like it's nothing. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a patch where Titanfall 2 is 4K 60 once the Xbox X come out, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool what they're doing. The developers are loving the technology, so we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens once it comes out. But I thought that was interesting.
I could do that 4K 60 for Titanfall 2, man.
Oh, I think they could easily.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 4K 60.
Titanfall 2 isn't a very demanding game as far as graphics go. It's beautiful, but it's not really demanding. It's if you think about it, when you take an old engine and you do the best you could actually possibly do with that engine, you can do amazing things with it. Titanfall 2 is gorgeous, but a lot of the environments are small, and they're able to do some cool things with it. So I don't think they'll have a problem doing that with this extra power and all that RAM. All that RAM.
Tony telling me that the RAM doesn't matter.
Who said that?
Tony and his group of fucking people on his show.
Tony
Polanco.
He didn't say that. I would have called him out if he said that. The RAM makes a huge difference.
You need to go watch. Well, I don't think he has the chat in there.
They
were saying that it didn't matter. Oh, it's just a PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm saying the RAM is the most important thing on the console. The amount of RAM is huge.
Are these the same people who were probably not hugging Sony when they had better RAM on the fucking PS4?
Yes.
These are the people that were talking GDDR5. You know what's horrible is Carlos is on there, and Carlos is the computer engineer, and he should be safe, but he doesn't say anything.
Was this on the podcast?
Yeah, it's on their podcast.
Oh, that's.
Carlos will get eaten alive on that.
Well, just let me educate the masses who are listening. We got 1 million viewers listening to the show. This is what RAM does to you in video games. When we're talking about large amounts of fast memory, the speed of the memory allows you to draw frames faster. It helps. Of course, you have the CPU and the GPU, but when you have fast RAM, it helps to move those frames across the bus to the Z buffer, or to the frame buffer, fast. So that helps you with frame rate. The amount of RAM you have means you can do bigger worlds, you can have higher detailed textures, better special effects, things like that. When you start taking that RAM away, you have to start dumbing your game down. And that's what happens when you see the difference between like Witcher 3 on the PC versus console. And yeah, maybe if you just look at it real quick with your eyes, you're not going to notice the difference. But when you're playing that shit on your screen, you can notice the difference. Or when you have somebody like Digital Fuckery who takes stills of all the console versions and compares it to the PCs, you're going to see a difference. But the thing about video games is we're playing games. A lot of us don't take the time to stop moving our character and look around at the world and really try to figure things out, unless we're graphic whores. But you're playing the game. You're running around. You're shooting people. You don't have time to tell whether it's 720, 1080, upscaled, 900, or whatever. The one thing you do notice right away is the frame rate. But the
render distance as well.
Render distance, you do see that. But the more RAM you have, the better your game's going to be. And what a lot of the developers are saying with the Xbox One X, I got to come up with a pet name for this thing. It's driving me crazy. But the thing that the developers are saying is their games are loading faster because they got that fast RAM and they got tons of it. So their games are loading really, really fast, faster than they are on the Xbox One S, etc., etc. So people are talking about pre-orders for the Xbox One X and all that stuff, you know. But anyway, so that's some cool news about Titanfall, I thought. What else? Call of Duty 4. Now, correct me on this. So, Modern Warfare Remastered. I thought... Whoa, what was that? It's a pretty noise.
Someone tweeted me. That was like my phone, my computer, and my Xbox all going off at the same time.
Modern Warfare Remastered, I guess you got it with the last Modern Warfare game. And now they are releasing a standalone version for the PS4. Please remind me, did they have a standalone version for the Xbox One? Nobody knows?
No, but it's backwards compatible.
It's backwards compatible, that's right. Okay. So they just announced that they're putting a standalone version of Modern Warfare. Now, wasn't there a big hoopla about this in the beginning?
Yeah, about the remastered. You had to buy like the $80 version or whatever to get it.
Yeah. And a lot of people just wanted the remaster, so they begged for a standalone version. And Activision finally gave in because they saw the dollar signs.
Is that like only on the PS4?
Yeah. And it makes sense because if you have the original game, you can just plug it into your Xbox and play it. There's no reason to spend money on the game again. And some more cat videos. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, I think I mentioned that when it was news. I said they probably won't do it for Xbox because of backwards compatibility, and sure enough, that's what happened. Oh, let's see. Didn't 16 gig of RAM not matter about 4 years ago when you were getting on Jagon? No, that was 64 gigs, Oakland Gamer. Jagon has 64 gigs of memory in his computer, which he will never use to play video games. That's what I was getting him on, 64.
Which you will use if you like to set up virtual machines.
If you're doing virtual machine servers, rendering files, doing serious Adobe Photoshop work or videos in 4K, things like that. But I do 4K
that was
videos
4 years
now.
ago.
I do 4K.
Yeah, that was 4 years ago.
This was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, he had 64 gigs of RAM. And what I said, Oakland Gamer, is the...
Elon Musk.
Yeah, I said the most he needs is... I actually said the most he should have is 16. He's wasting memory because it's just sitting there doing nothing if all he's doing is playing games with it. You look at any recommended specs it's minimum and then recommended specs on any game. None of them go to 64 gigs. None of them even go to 32. None of them even go to fucking 20. They're all... The highest, I think, is 16.
I just upgrade my shit to 16.
Yeah, that's really
I've
all
had
you
16
need.
since 2007. Yeah, that's about all you need for the system, at least.
I'm going to 32, though.
Well, I want to get more so I can use RAM disk.
Well, you don't use RAM disk, dude. Don't waste your time with that. What do you want to do that for?
Dude, because when I was in the Marine Corps, we had like a PCI card where you could put like fucking RAM into it, and you plugged it into the wall, and it was a fucking RAM disk, and it treated it as a hard drive.
Dude, just buy yourself another hard drive.
Yeah,
The RAM disk, that's some 1990s tech, man. Nobody does that anymore.
Get those hard drives that you can put into your PCI slot.
Yeah, I've been looking at
Yeah,
those.
you can do that.
I have to upgrade before I can do that, though. I'm still running AM.
Dude, just get yourself a nice SSD. Get one of them.
Have you seen the little memory stick, or is it memory? It has to be a memory thing, right? It's a little card. It's like a little.
Oh yeah,
like
gun.
M2. It's an M2 card.
Yeah.
Yeah, the M2 flash.
Cool.
Yeah.
And they go right under the SD card. I mean,
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
I've got to upgrade my motherboard. Like, my motherboard doesn't support.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first built this PC, this monster PC of mine, it had an M2 thing inside of it, and I didn't know what the fuck it was for. Because I'm like, I already have plans for this. Like, okay, I got this guy. What the fuck is M2? And I just put it away with all the extra cables and stuff.
What?
And yeah, I didn't need. It's just a thing that allows you to use M2 cards in my computer, and I wasn't getting an M2 card. I got a full. I got just a regular SSD. So
I thought you said it came with the card. Like
no, it's just it's the adapter, so you can plug it into the motherboard. So
right.
I kept seeing M2 everywhere. I'm like, I need to look up and see what the fuck that M2 card was that I got with my machine.
Yeah,
so I looked it up.
really
I'm like,
cool.
oh, it's just a little slot for the M2 cards. I'm like, that's sick. So yeah, there you go. Anybody want an M2 slot?
Faster, so.
Yeah, it's faster because it's talking directly to the bus.
It depends on how many PCI slots you got.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about,
What do you put on that?
on the M2 slot,
Like, do you do it? Like, yeah. Like, what
It's
would that actually?
Treats it as a solid state.
it's just a solid state drive.
Oh,
That's all it
It
is.
runs right through your PCIe lanes.
Here's the thing. So the way your computer works is think about it. Think of it as a strip club. Okay. So in the strip club,
That's
you
a
got,
hip hop gamer.
It is. But you got the front door, and you got the bouncer, and you walk in, you show your ID, and you finally get into the club. And then you got the VIP room. Okay? So some guys just go into the club and they sit down, they watch the girls dance. A lot of guys spend extra money, they go into the VIP room. Okay? They get their own private little show. Okay? So let's bring it back now. So the way your computer works now is your hard drives are connected to a cable which connects to your motherboard. Okay? The data is transported through that cable into the motherboard, through all the fucking, I can't remember if it's Northbridge or Southbridge, through all the shit and onto your screen. Okay? And what they figured out is if you could have the drive directly on the bus, think of the bus is the lane that carries all the data. So when you cut out the cables and all the bullshit and all the tech that it needs to take the data from the hard drive to the motherboard, and you put that data straight on the bus, it's faster. So your reads and writes are faster. So instead of just walking around the club with all those other guys looking at girls, you go into the fucking VIP room and you're, bam, right there. She's right in front of you. Oakland Gamer gave us thumbs up, so he gets it. So for those of you who doesn't understand, you know, what a bus is and how these M2 works, they're fucking dope. And I think that, I don't know if it's Kingston or Samsung just released the fastest M2 card on the market. It's some ridiculous speed.
Yeah.
It's just fucking insane, and they're crazy expensive. The good thing about M2 cards is that SSDs are starting to get lower and lower and lower.
I just bought one. I just bought a 270 gig for like $62. So
yeah.
SSD, and it's like fucking night and day, and the difference between SSD and M.2 is night and day too.
So Ice had mentioned Firepro now has a date.
Yeah.
So it's July 10th.
That's 3 weeks.
Yep, and the funny thing is, I don't even know if I'm going to be playing that night. Because that's during sales week at my job, so who knows. But anyway, it's going to be $20, I think,
Yep,
for the early version. And you're going to get online matches and all kinds of crazy shit. In fact, let me look
only
it up.
one-on-one to start, though.
Yeah, so let's see.
I think I read
Firepro Wrestling World
Woo!
release date. Here we go. June 2017. All right, so here's all the stuff. It's 1999. You get you can organize exhibition matches, tournaments, leagues, championship. I think these are just the regular details. Yeah, I got to look at it. It's on Steam. Go look at it on Steam and fucking figure it out. Oh, there's definitely controller support. You don't fucking play Firepro without a controller.
Yeah, what?
You have to play with a controller. And yes, I will be vanishing. Here's the good thing about my excitement for Firepro and it being one of my favorite games and one of the best wrestling games ever made in the history of wrestling games is I'm going to be playing so much, I'm probably going to be streaming Ice's matches with Ice that we play online. I'm going to be streaming the fuck out of this game. Why? Because it's fucking awesome and I want everybody to buy it and I want everybody to understand why it's so fucking dope. It's so dope, in fact, I'm getting critical t-shirts made.
Oh, God.
Dude, I told my partner that I used to play with in California, the release date, he's going to get in. I swear to God, if we can get a group of people together and create our own team and go online and wreck shop, forget about it. You can forget about it. My new show is going to be called Firepro Wrestling. I'm done. I am so done when that game comes out. Because I'm thinking about the future and stuff I'm excited for. And I'm like, I really can't wait for Dragon Ball Z to come out. I'm like, I'm not going to want to play anything else when Firepro comes out. I'm going to get this game. I'm going to customize the shit out of my character. That's the first thing I'm doing. That's going to take at least an hour to create my character. And the great thing is, all the menus will finally be in English for me. Because I'm used to doing it in Japanese and it's a pain in the fucking ass. Gonna make my character, set up his fucking criticals and his moves and all this shit, and I'm gonna get online. I'm gonna start wrecking people. I'm really curious how the netcode's gonna work, because you know if you're a Firepro player, you got a tiny window. It's like a half a second or whatever to take control of that fucking grapple. And once you learn it, you become really good at doing it. If being online fucks up that window, it's going to be really difficult. But I don't know. Maybe it'll balance the game. I don't know. It should be interesting, though.
They're going to have barbed wire matches, too.
Oh, yeah. The barbed wire. They have fucking...
landmine, MMA rules.
Those neon lamps that you can take from under the ring and beat people over the head with them. You can get... Check this out. You can grab a table... And you can put a table in the middle of the ring and then break it. Or you can set a table on the ground and like do a drop on it. or you could set it in the corner and throw somebody against it and break it. They got so many things, man. So many cool shits you can do. Oh my God, I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait. I'm so excited about this. And there's one thing I forgot to say. Oh shit, it's the real D White, motherfuckers. The fuck y'all been doing? Oh God. Anyway, so that's Firepro, July 10th on Steam. I have a feeling we're going to be playing this game until the end of the year before it's released, before the full release comes out. I wish every major publisher would do Steam early release. Imagine if we could be playing fucking the new Assassin's Creed right now, Steam early release, or fucking Dragon Ball Z or any other cool game that's going to come out next year. Wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I think more people would support companies if they did that.
I think that a lot of games that come out probably should be on a preview program of some sort. We get a lot of preview program shit that's release date.
Yeah, it's coming out next week.
Yeah,
here's your 1 week preview.
Test our product for $60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine what's that fucking space simulator game? Space simulator. It's not simulator.
Which one?
That space game that everybody hated after 2 hours. No Man's Sky, right?
Yeah.
How less angry would people be if No Man's Sky was on early access as it was when it first launched?
Oh, they would love it because they'd go into the review section on Steam and say this game fucking sucks, don't buy it, and everybody would have been happy.
Well, they would have been on the preview program, so people would have been like, "This is pretty good for an early access game."
Well, yeah, they may have said it's pretty good for an early access game. You've seen the Steam reviews.
This feature. But people were on there like that never even bought it. Where they fixed that now, but people were on there like this game sucked. 2 hours in, and it was garbage, and all they did was watch fucking Rich from Review Tech fucking play the game or Boogie 2988.
Well, the thing is, the game wasn't that bad. It's just they didn't deliver on their promises.
They didn't deliver on anything.
They did.
The beef was that it was $60. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, they made a space game.
You were able to go into space, so they didn't totally lie about everything.
Yes. Yeah. You could go to different planets and see the same creatures on different planets.
Yeah.
With like slight modifications. Weren't there penis creatures too walking around?
Sure.
Just like weird looking shit. And here's the thing that cracks me about this shit. And maybe I'm alone in this. Maybe y'all can help me out. I remember when they first showed it at E3. And they showed the game. And everybody cheered and went nuts after they showed this game. And the guy's up there, he's all humble. And I'm like, is this something that's been in development for a long time that people have been asking for and they're just glad it's finally coming out? I'm like, why is everybody cheering? Like, what I just saw was cool, but I'm just like, there's so many things on PC that are like this or better. I don't understand why this audience is going crazy for this game. Has this been a video game secret that I didn't know about? And anybody else
show it in 2013? Everybody was all hyped up.
But I don't understand the hype.
Everybody was cheering for everything during the fucking Sony press.
No, actually, they weren't cheering for everything. Nobody cheered for fucking what was that game with the storybooks? Nobody cheered for that shit.
Or Dreams. That game was fucking creepy as fuck.
What happened to Dreams?
Hopefully it got shit canned.
No, I was actually
interested. Called Nightmares.
Wait, I was actually interested in Dreams because I knew that people were going to make some fucked up shit.
That's probably there's been penis monsters. It's bad enough what we got in fucking in other games. Jesus, that game looked fucking scary as hell.
What the fuck happened to Dreams? What happened to Sony's Dreams?
Greatness still awaits.
Media Molecule. Oh, it's still coming out. As of December 19th, 2016, Eurogamer writes, Media Molecule announced its next PlayStation game, Dreams, at E3 2015. We have not seen or heard much about it since, blah, 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 blah. We're sorry for being a bit quiet, late, and disappointing people, not being a PCX, but sometimes you have to shut doors, take the phone off the hook, and hunker down. That's exactly what we've been doing. So I guess they're still working on it, but there's no release date. What's odd is, here's what's funny about this game that they showed in 2015. They haven't showed it, or didn't they show it last year too?
No, I don't think so.
Or was it just 2015?
Yeah, it was just 2015 because everybody was expecting to see like more about it. Like, what is it really? Like,
And I'm sorry.
like a Kojima production, right?
Yeah.
They show like some kind of weird shit. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
Well, people get on Sony for announcing stuff too early. And, you know, it's like, well, you know, whatever. We want to see stuff early. We want to know what's coming out. So that's not a big deal. But shit, how many times does this happen with them where they've announced the game and you don't see it for fucking years? Like fucking...
The Last Dream.
The Last Guardian. You know, remember how long Metal Gear Solid 4 was in development? In GT5, Gran Turismo 5? So
didn't Gran Turismo 5 have like 3 preludes or some shit like that?
Yeah, it had a bunch of prelude. I brought.
And they cost money.
No, it had one.
I got Prelude, which was dope, which was cool actually. But I think Gran Turismo 5 was in development for like fucking 5 or 6 years. It was crazy how long they took to get that game out. It might have been longer, but I got it when it came out.
It was 7 years, and it was Prologue that came out after 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Prologue was after 5 years, and then 2 more years the final game came out. Good fucking memory. Oh, the game was far from perfect. It wasn't perfect.
And then 6 came out at the end of the generation.
Yes. Yeah, and there was like no hype around 6 at all. No nothing. I didn't see any trailers or anything. I hate when Sony does that to shit. It's like, if you're going to release one of your biggest titles, man, build some hype around it, have some fucking ads, you know, do some shit.
I think GT Sport is going to fall to the same fate with like Forza 7 and the new, what do you call it?
Cars 2.
Oh, Project Cars 2. I don't think it's going to follow the same fate. I think a lot of people have been waiting for a Gran Turismo game for the PS4, so I think it's going to pick up a lot of steam in the beginning. But knowing...
When Forza 7, everybody sees that, it's going to look outdated.
Right, but the thing is, you can only have Forza 7 if you have an Xbox or PC. You can only have GT if you have a PlayStation. So, if you look at the separate fan bases, you got to have a racing game on each platform. So,
according to YouTube, fucking chat, every PlayStation 4 owner has a 1080 Ti and a fucking 10-core i7.
Where do you see that shit?
Apparently, like, you go onto the chat after someone does a video about any kind of video game thing, and they're like, all these games are on PC, I'll be able to play it at max settings.
You
like,
need to stop reading that garbage.
On your fucking Dell, you're gonna fucking play these games on max setting. Get the fuck out of here.
You need to stop reading that, man. It's spoiling your mind.
It's hilarious, though. It's hilarious. Sometimes I need to laugh, and then I go to YouTube comments and I read these people like, I can buy this for my PC. Yeah, you're gonna buy this for your $230 Acer machine you just bought from Walmart that you can fucking watch YouTube.
Well, you know.
But technically, they can play it when they.
Yes, they can, but they don't really. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful or anything, but a lot of gamers who either have a PC, they don't understand the tech. The same thing happened to Hip Hop Gamer when he got his cheap PC some years ago and he got the Batman game for it and he said it played like shit. And I'm like, yeah, because you have a shitty PC. People think that if you have a PC, you can just play those games. They don't read recommended settings when the developers release them. A lot of people don't understand. And now they're starting to get more educated about what you need to actually play these games. I mean, for so many years, console gamers would say you got to upgrade your PC every fucking month to keep up with the games. I'm like, what? What? What are you talking about? Who the fuck does that?
Like they haven't gotten any smarter, though. It feels like
they actually have. They actually have gotten smarter.
They just know keywords like GDDR5 and 1080 Ti.
Right. I Am Legend says, my laptop is more powerful than the Xbox One X. It's probably more powerful than the PlayStation Pro, too. And any other console that's out there, as it should be.
It's hilarious, but you probably won't be able to play Xbox One settings on your laptop.
Well, I mean, they're doing, and one of the developers said the thing that made a lot of sense is they don't have to worry about the Windows operating system getting in the way. So that's one thing.
All the shit that runs on your Windows.
But that's why
you also do other shit on Windows.
That's why consoles are so robust when it comes to running certain games, is because they don't have to worry about all that shit. What the fuck is this? What did you just post, Kalel? That is just fucking disgusting. That's scary.
Oh my god!
That is fucking.
Oh my eyes!
That is so weird.
That's what happens in Seattle at the Microsoft.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, dude!
But if you want to trust in anything, get yourself a PC. I'm going to push that rhetoric forever and ever and ever. People like all this talk about resolutions, frame rate, 4K, Xbox this, PlayStation that. I'm just so sick and tired of it. Get yourself a fucking PC. Get an extra job. Save up. Send me a tweet.
Extra job.
I'll do a fucking build for you on PC parts. Just fucking do it. Join the fucking light side, man. Get away from the dark side.
Fuck that.
Have some control over your gaming experience is all I'm saying.
I've been gaming on both since '92. And nothing's gonna fucking stop me from fucking gaming on both.
I like playing on console. I love it. But, you know, Microsoft and Sony got people buying new PlayStation 4s and new Xbox Ones now. And making them believe that they actually need it. You know, and I just...
And you got to buy a whole new box. You can't just upgrade one part.
I can't...
I have to buy a whole new box for my PC? Jesus, I'm running the AM3 Plus
You're like
fucking
12 years old, man.
650.
Well, dude, build your PC to last.
I know, yeah, but the way I look at it is my TV is my 10-foot experience. My PC is my 3-foot experience. It's a completely different way I play, way I interact with games.
Right. That's why PC. I still sometimes like consoles.
Sometimes I just want to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
The way I look at it is the Xbox One X is a nice, especially if Play Anywhere gets pushed even further, where I can play a game on my PC, and then maybe I don't want to fucking sit on my PC and play that game. I can sit on my couch, pick up the game right where I left off.
Right. I'm not saying give up on consoles. I'm saying add a PC to the mix.
Yeah, add a PC to your home theater PC and TV.
Right.
Dude, I'm so fucking tired of people saying home theater PC. I can hook my current PC up to my TV. Here's what I can't do. Play games on my TV when my wife wants to fucking watch shit. I can play those games on my PC sitting on my desk, right? If my wife's using a television.
Exactly. Get yourself
Dude,
a man
I live in a 600 square foot house.
Take 50 foot of that and make yourself a manhole.
Run like 80 Ethernet cords and all that shit.
A manhole, not even a man cave.
I remember I had a manhole. I moved my girlfriend made me move the war zone in my lab out of the manhole into this big ass huge front room, which used to be the living room. So now I got a man cave.
Yeah, so I've got
do what you got to do.
Me. And if I can't be on my Xbox, I can be on my PC and play almost all of the same games, especially my Play Anywhere games, and that's great. And I don't. Yeah, some people have their PCs and their consoles and everything's right on the desk, right?
Consoles. I love how he says consoles. Consoles. Hey, I'm gonna console you.
Hey, you don't talk to me like that. Different people say shit different ways depending on where they grew the fuck up, okay? Now you don't make fun of my accent. I just got a little bit of Southern in my accent, and I can't get rid of it. I try.
We'll be right back after these. We'll be right back after these Microsoft ads. So
would you like some weed? Would you like some weed? I have some weed.
All right, QL. All right.
Brought to you by Colorado.
Stifle yourself, man. Stifle yourself.
All right, I'm good.
So excited about the 6K, aren't you?
That's hilarious. It triggered so many people, though. People got angry.
Yeah, dude, you know what?
Fuck my PlayStation Pro.
Twitter needs to make... I'm tired of fucking blocking people. Twitter needs to make a way to just separate itself from all this bullshit. I keep seeing stuff everywhere, and I'm like, I don't want to hear about this fucking resolution bullshit. I'm so tired of it. I'm just so fucking tired of it. I figured after E3 was over, all this talk would be done.
Why?
The Xbox would shut up because it wasn't more powerful than a gaming PC.
It will never end, man.
The piss boys would shut up because it actually is fucking awesome. No, it's still going on. It's still going on. It's just like,
it's never gonna end, man.
Can we just talk about games?
We could have talked games on this entire show.
They talk about Friend before hitting the next buttons to play.
Yeah, I'm playing Darksiders War Master, the remastered 1080p on PS4.
You're part of the problem there, Mega Jack.
I'm just joking. I'm trolling, man.
I know most of us have all the PC games we could ever want, but has anybody purchased anything in the Steam Summer Sale yet?
Nope.
I got gifted a game.
Actually, yeah, what did you get? Fucking.
I got Depth, that fucking multiplayer shark game where you can play as shark or people.
Oh, okay. I looked at the day one list. There wasn't really anything I wanted except maybe that mechanic game. What's the name
of that? They put Battlegrounds up 10% off and then quickly took it off before I could fucking get it.
What's that fucking mechanic game where you can build shit? It's in my fucking wish list too. I forgot that.
Hey, if you don't have Shadow of Mordor yet, it's $4.
Don't buy that game. It sucks.
What are you saying, Ice?
So he said that they dropped Battlegrounds 10 for 10% off, and he couldn't get it. I said, was it like $5?
They took the 10% off. They put 10% and then they took it off.
Like, 10% isn't fucking. You're not saving anything.
It's nothing. It's nothing. But it's like, oh, maybe I'll buy this, and then 10%'s off. You know, maybe no, I'm not gonna buy it. I didn't really want to pay the full price of $30 for it. So I was waiting for a Steam Summer Sale, and it was like 10%. I was like, maybe. And then it was gone. I was like, well, that made my decision easy for me.
Well, every year when I say I have everything, I always find something to buy. And what ends up happening is when you have 200-something games, like all the big titles, okay, I got all those, you start looking for these little niche things that you might have not noticed before because they're now on your front page. And you're like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. You see all these little indie games or stuff you've never heard of before. So you start just looking for stuff because you know you can get a good deal on it. So that's where I'm at right now.
They got some deals for the Fishing Planet game, which they fixed, by the way. God,
I already have Fishing Planet.
Yeah, I know, but they've got some deals on.
I am Fishing DLC. Planet.
You are Fishing Planet.
You like Fishing
Dude,
Planet?
I was gonna tweet you and ask you. Well, we could do that. We'll do that some other time.
So, Freddie, you didn't get anything on the Steam Summer Sale?
I was thinking about getting Dishonored too.
Oh, that's right. That's supposed to be on sale.
It's $20.
See, you've just created a game for me to buy because I don't have that.
I bought it for $10 for my Xbox.
They got some pretty good deals here.
So.
But I can play in native 4K.
Yeah, but I can play the game. That's all I really wanted. My wife already beat the game twice, so it's a fucking good game. When I first saw it, I was like, this game looks garbage.
You been drinking tonight, QL?
Nah. Do you want me to start drinking?
You're really talkative. You're really talkative tonight. Was it the 6K, man?
No,
that 6K tired. News came out.
6K,
and QL was.
I'm on my second wind.
QL's like, yeah, this is QL. I don't feel so good. I'm not coming into work tonight.
I was actually scheduled off. We got a new girl, and she needed 20 plus hours.
So I Am Legend asks a really good question: is Beyond Good and Evil worth buying? I keep hearing all this hype about Beyond Good and Evil, but I have no idea what this game is and where was the original game? Was it on 360 and PS3?
No, it was Xbox PS2. It was back then.
And that's with the monkey and shit?
Yeah.
I'm sure Freddie has it.
No, I've never played that shit.
What'd you say, Ice?
I think it was a lady and a pig. I don't think there was a monkey at all.
There's not a monkey in this game?
You're talking about the new one?
Yeah.
The prequel that's got a sequel number? Maybe. It's supposed to have
It's not even in development yet.
Well, it shows the developer showing some stuff in that video somebody posted.
I rather they didn't even start development of the game yet.
Yeah.
They just announced it.
If you scroll up, Kalel posted a gameplay link. It shows the dev actually playing it. It looks good. It's very pleasing to the eye. I'll give him that much.
I think people were upset because it's not like, or they did some stuff that's different from Beyond Good and Evil, the first game. I don't know.
Well, a lot of people seem to be excited about it.
I wanted a sequel, dude. I fucking hate prequels that get sequel numbers. If it's a prequel, call it a fucking prequel. Don't say it's Beyond Good and Evil 2. Because it's not. It's Beyond Good and Evil 0.5 or whatever the fuck.
Isn't that what Metal Gear did?
0. Yeah, I hate that shit too. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're like, oh, here's the 5th one. This must be further down the timeline. Nope. Yeah. You're going all the way to fuck back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Before even Metal Gear on the NES.
I'll look into it maybe like 10 years from now when I'm bored and need to look at something.
It's $3, and you're like, I can probably run this game at 150 frames a second on my fucking 10K monitor.
Okay, so let me talk Dragon Ball Z. So here's the reason why I want to talk about this game. So I don't have any of those fucking games. I don't have any of the Naruto games. I don't have any of the Dragon Ball games. And I think they released like 20 of these games. And they all look the same to me. Like when you're fighting in the air and stuff in this 3D. And I think there was another one that they released. It was Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and I could swear there was a third game that they released that was like that. And they had sequels. Like it was like almost every year they'd come out with a different version of the game. And I just like Naruto Shippuden 4 or whatever. And I lost track. But I always thought these games looked good. They looked really cool. But it wasn't until I saw Dragon Ball Z at the E3 presser that I was just like, oh, it's probably One Piece. It's probably One Piece. I was completely blown away with this game, looks-wise. And I'm hearing from people that were at the show that the gameplay is just as good as the game looks. So I'm really interested in that. I love the animation. I love the art design. I love the fact that it looks like a fucking cartoon. And it reminded me of how I felt when Street Fighter Third Strike first came out. And I was just blown away. And, you know, it's not that I can't stand Dragon Ball Z. I'm just totally not interested in the anime at all. But this game is just like, oh my fucking God. It's so dope. It's like breathing fresh air into the fighting genre, you know? Even though Injustice 2 is out and that's pretty cool, you know, and all that stuff. But this game right here is just like, oh my God. I'm not the only one that's interested in this, right? Kalel says it's what Marvel vs. Capcom 3 should have been.
It looks cool, but I've never been a fan of those types of fighting games. So.
Oh, you're not a fan of the fighting games at all?
Of that style, yeah.
Yeah.
Anime fighter.
Oh, Jesus is back. Interesting.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go take a shower. So
I just think you could have some really cool matches with this. It just looks cool. And because I haven't really bought a fighting game, I mean, the last animated fighting game I bought was Guilty Gear for Steam. So, Guilty Gear Zerd, yes. So, I'm really interested in that. But then, here's my dilemma. What am I going to do when Firepro comes out?
Not play them both simultaneously on 2 different monitors.
What are you going to do when Firepro comes raining down on you, brother? You know, I'm just like, I'm done. I can imagine my Steam hours for Firepro is going to be well over 200. Ice will be so happy because I'll be playing with him every fucking night. I'm literally stopping my program, my daily program, to play this game.
What do you name your guy again? Big T.
Big T.
Big T.
And I named the moves after me. The Big T Stomp. The Big T Drop. Now I got to put gray hair on his goatee.
The Big T Dry Rub.
The Big T Dry Rub.
Oh, that'd be like a Nasty Boy move, right?
Oh, I should add that.
Yeah, I should add. Are you a heel or a face?
I don't play all that. I just go in.
Oh, he's a Rudo.
This is what?
He's a baby. He's a baby face.
What?
No, he's not a baby face.
I just got to go in there and fuck everybody up. And y'all are going to be able to see it live online. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
Aggression.
I'm so fucking excited.
So what did you want to know about Dragon Ball?
What did I want to know?
Yeah.
Why, did you play it?
No, I thought you wanted to know about Dragon Ball.
No, I said I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the series at all. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. What do you?
I don't know the characters. I know, like, the one that keeps, what do they call it? Supercharging or whatever they call it.
Check this out, right? All right, check this out. Got it?
Yes.
The one thing you need to know is they're all named
Jesus.
after-
Jesus.
This guy,
Let the man
he just
talk.
comes in, like,
Sorry,
he
you're
doesn't hear
right.
anyone fucking
Everybody
talk.
gets excited. Everybody's got a heart on, wants to talk.
Oh my god. so there's this universe, right?
Yes.
And there's this guy who runs this universe, and he's like this little man.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a little boy. And he is in charge of the entire universe, right?
Dude, that's super.
Is that
Oh,
not?
no.
Is it Dragon Ball? What is it? Is it not Dragon Ball at all?
No, it is
Dragon
Dragon
Ball-
Ball, but I'm just saying that's the new series, Dragon Ball Super, that takes place after Dragon Ball Z.
Is it
I
not
think this
canon?
game is going to include Super. So
No, it is, because it has the Golden Form 3s in it.
So
My
is that
bad.
not
I'll let you
canon?
continue.
So yeah. And then there's these gods, right? That do his bidding, and kind of try not to piss him off. So they got that going on. And then you got a bunch of, you have multiple planets and stuff, a lot of things going on. You got this race of people, well, quote unquote people, they would be aliens, stuff. They're called Saiyans, and they're like a big warrior nation or whatever. Their planet blew up or some shit happened. I forgot what it was. They got attacked, and this one Saiyan landed on Earth, what the Earth would be, and he grew up with an old man that then died, and he was like abandoned as a little baby, and then this lady picked him up, and they went on an adventure to find these things called Dragon Balls. And what the Dragon Balls do is they grant you a wish, anything you want, if you find all 7 of them. And the big old dragon appears and grants you a wish, and then once the wish is over, then he spreads them out across the world again
For somebody else to find.
And they've collected these things like 17 times over because the lady has a device. The lady made a device that helps find the Dragon Balls, so it's super easy for them to find. So like whenever someone dies, they just go, okay, everyone, we're going to take about a month to figure out where these Dragon Balls are and call this dragon up again. So it's a series of like fights that don't really matter because everyone just comes back to life because they can just call a dragon to go get them back again.
Well, that's a question I had, because I've seen some episodes where everybody's just fighting and they keep buffing up and doing super moves. Nobody ever dies.
Well, the villains tend to
they die
dead
all the
for
time.
most part.
Unless
Yeah.
you're named Frieza and you don't know.
Well, yeah, except for Frieza, but he's an aberration. And most of the main cast has died like multiple times.
Yeah, Goku's killed himself. Vegeta sacrificed himself.
Yamcha died playing baseball.
Yeah.
You see all these names. I don't know what the
Torrance.
Yes.
You've seen it's basically like, you can summarize it. You've watched Japanese wrestling, right?
Yes.
That's how the fights go.
Okay.
So you start off at a certain level, and then once someone pisses you off enough, then you go to the next level. If you got it. If you can reach that level, then you do that. And then once in the middle of the match, it happens again. And then you go to the next level. And then if you got even better than that, then you can go to the next level. And all this takes place within like 6 episodes.
That fight with Frieza lasted like 20 episodes, I think, or some shit.
That's
like
unbelievable.
There was like a 10 episode of just Goku charging the spirit bombs.
Yeah, and the main character Goku is like a grown man, like a giant man, like the most powerful man in the universe almost. But he's got the brain of like a 13-year-old, like, and it's not like sexual 13-year-old. It's like dumb 13-year-old.
It's a sexual 13-year-old too. He never kissed his wife.
But they have kids.
But they have kids, so
That's literally not what I meant when I said that. Like,
Well, anyway,
he's not like a
Vegeta's the
13
real
year
main
old.
character of the show.
I stopped calling the show stupid when I actually watched the first episode of Dragon Ball Z.
It's stupid.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
actually
pretty dumb.
laughed.
It's not stupid.
I laughed at all the adult humor, so I thought at least I could say it's funny. But
the original Dragon Ball's really funny.
I never liked the art style or the animation. And I just thought I always caught it in the middle of a show when they were just fighting for no apparent reason, and it just didn't appeal to me. Like, something that appeals to me with fighting is One Punch Man.
You should check out the original Dragon Ball. The animation isn't quite as intense. The fights aren't quite as ridiculous. The storytelling's really good. It's basically Journey to the West with certain changes.
Okay, yep.
But it's actually really good if you kind of want something that's not as intense and as stacked down by lores like Dragon Ball Z and Kai and everything else is. Just watch the original one. It's really super enjoyable. It's aged really well.
Yeah, it's funny as hell too. And Goku pulls their panties off. It's hilarious.
Well, what's odd to me is I don't really like the show, but I'm like, if you ask me what's the most anticipated game besides Firepro, it would be Dragon Ball Z. It would be DBZ. It just looks so cool. It's a lot of it is aesthetics, but you know, I like a really good fighting game, and it just looks so damn good. I just can't wait to play it. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I know it's going to be a while before it comes out.
Tor, what you should do is just go on YouTube and watch the fights, because the fights are badass.
Yeah.
The fights get much better, like, what? After the Frieza... I thought the Frieza fight was garbage, but everything after that's really good.
I have a hard time watching any serial anime that's longer than 50 episodes.
Why?
It's just hard for me.
So you're telling me you're never going to watch the greatest anime of all time?
And what's that?
Hajime no Ippo.
What's that?
One Piece.
Oh, fuck no. I'm never watching One Piece.
Oh, God, dude. One Piece is so garbage.
It's got like 700 fucking...
Are you a One Piece fan, Ice?
No.
The guy with the stretchy arms and the straw hat?
It's got to be the most... It's got to be the greatest. It's like...
Super just beat it in ratings.
It's like, no Bleach. I'll tell you that.
How
Bleach?
old is it? I don't even know how old it is.
Oh, it's old, like 90s. Right?
I like closure to my series.
It's not the same time as Naruto, so early 2000s.
I like closure. Like, I actually got into Naruto when it first came out. I started watching it, and I was like, oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. And then, you know, I did my thing. I'd go back, watch a couple episodes. I'm like, this motherfucking thing is like 300 episodes long. I ain't watching all this shit. Like, I love Fist of the North Star, and that series is 152 episodes, and I can't even fucking get through that.
I wish they would have taken out a lot of the filler from Naruto.
That's what they do.
Kai.
No, they never.
Naruto Kai.
They never
Where
do.
It's just
they always
Naruto that's based on the manga.
Nope. They always have filler. Always. Drives me fucking crazy.
Well, Dragon Ball Kai took all the filler out, right? A lot of the extra talking, too. I think Dragon Ball Kai took out as well.
Oh, here we go. Here's a fight. Goku versus Chi-Chi.
Oh, this is fighting. She's...
Look at that animation, man. It's so fucking 1960s.
Have you
Somebody
ever
put the Cell Saga on there for him, man.
Yeah, get the Android, like the Android fights going.
He's not gonna watch it all. You guys are crazy.
Yeah, I'm just skipping through it.
No, just the fights, though.
There's like 15 episodes of Footy Footy and done.
Yeah, I don't know.
They shoot stuff out of their hands and then they fall down from very high.
They don't really do a lot of that in their first one.
Like, if I want to see a quick badass fight, give me Fist of the North Star shit. Like, I'll never forget that fight in fucking the movie when he fought against Rao. That was dope. That was some blood. Is there ever any blood in Dragon Ball Z? I never see blood.
In the Japanese version, there's a lot of blood. Like, Vegeta's literally bleeding from all his orifices when he's leaving the planet after the first fight. He's had his tail has been cut off. He's fucking bleeding out his eyes, his ears, his fucking mouth. He's crawling into his escape pod to get the fuck away.
Does his tail grow back?
No. That's the weird thing. He said it was going to grow back in that episode, but it never grew back in all of Dragon Ball.
Fuck, he doesn't fucking know.
What are you saying, Ice?
Just a dumbass kid. He didn't know what the fuck was going to happen.
Oh. Well, that's DBZ. So did you guys hear about all those awesome Sega Classic games that are coming out, except they're coming out for fucking cell phones?
Right.
For free?
Yeah. Like, I saw the announcement, I'm like, oh, what does this mean? It's we finally getting fucking Dreamcast games somewhere? And it's all their, like, classics from all their consoles are now coming out on cell phones.
Is it their Is it there? Like, is it Sega games? So
yeah, like Shinobi, Sonic, fucking, you know, the standard shit. The standard shit. Golden Axe, the Altered Beast, stuff like that. Hang On.
Can we safely say that Sonic is the most overrated series of all time?
I kind of agree with you there. Everybody's really hyped about this new one that's coming out. Well, I mean, it is what it is, but it is kind of overhyped. I mean, you take this little blue character and you fly through levels.
They need to bring back Glover, man.
They just need to get rid of all these like extra characters. We don't need these fucking whatever the fuck is going on with these Knuckles, Sonics, and Tails. That's good enough. Put it fucking super fast, fucking gameplay. I remember when I played Sonic Adventures the first time on my Dreamcast and blew my fucking mind.
That blew everybody's mind.
It was like, holy shit. And then the fucking whale thing, the killer whale jumps over and you're like, what the fuck?
You know, with all the things that Sega and Capcom has done, I don't think Mega Man has teamed up with Sonic. I think the only game that Mega Man and Sonic are in, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't both those characters in Super Smash Brothers? Or is it just Mega Man? Everybody's thinking. Everybody thinking.
They were never in an Olympics together?
There was that Mario Sonic Olympics. He could have been in there. But I'm not sure.
And Sonic wasn't in the Marvel vs. Capcom game, so I know Mega Man is.
Marvel vs. Capcom. I didn't play those. I played the first two. I didn't play the third one. I thought it was too accessible. Alright, so that's that. What else we got going on here? So gaming in the 90s and how it defines gaming today. That was the question I got from Ponyo.
Broad question.
It is a very broad question. I don't think that gaming in the 90s does define gaming today. I think gaming today is driven by money. It's driven by money. There are some companies out there who make games based on nostalgia, and you get that feeling you got back in the 90s. But I think the difference between the 90s and what's going on now is in the 90s, developers were really breaking ground. They were creating new experiences because the technology was changing so rapidly. Like, how much has the technology really changed in the last 5 years, if you think about it?
It hasn't really. I mean, we've just been...
other than virtual...
other than VR, yeah. And maybe 3D. But it hasn't really changed. Everything's just gotten faster. Whereas back then, you went from cartridge to CD to DVD to Blu-ray. You went from 2D to 3D, you know? You went from digital to analog controls. You know, there were so many things going on that the developers were forced to put out a good game.
Some of our first big, huge open-world games were in the 90s.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall was the size of fucking England.
The first fucking GTA, the GTA 3 was huge.
That was 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just still, you know what I'm saying? It's
hey,
like
fucking EverQuest. EverQuest was 99.
EverQuest, Asheron's Call, all those games. But again, developers were working with what they had, and they were trying to make the best game they possibly can. And they made these games that had full character rosters. There was no such thing as DLC. Back then, you had expansions. And when you had expansions, you were getting the equivalent of another full game. It was a huge expansion of the game you already had. Case in point, World of Warcraft expansions were fucking huge. They were gigantic, filled with content, etc. Other developers, like Turbine, were releasing new content for their online games every month. And you didn't have to pay for it, you know. And then somehow consoles got to this point where, oh, we can update consoles online. So let's do DLC and let's nickel dime motherfuckers. And that turned into, later on, because of PC, the free-to-play model, which you only pay for the stuff you want. And that got over on consoles. And now we're to the point where a company like Activision, who used to be a leader in the gaming industry, they used to make really good mind-blowing, breathtaking new experiences in games going way back to the Atari 2600. Now they're just a nickel-dime company where they release a quarter of a game every 3 months and want us to keep giving them money. So the difference between now and the 90s, I don't think the 90s defined anything that's going on today. I think today it's more about making money and not more about making a good game for the gamer.
I don't know. I think they defined the genres. A lot of our genres.
Well, yeah, genres were defined, but if you think about it, open world game wasn't really a genre in the 90s.
I mean, Elder Scrolls.
Online multiplayer, massive multiplayer was just getting around, just coming out. Yeah, Final Fantasy was turn-based, 2D turn-based.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Is a game like Elder Scrolls Oblivion really that much different than like Phantasy Star on the earlier consoles? It's just a giant place to choose where to go.
If you put it in perspective, on a smaller scale, it's the same. Phantasy Star on a smaller scale could be considered an open world game. The only difference between Phantasy Star back then and maybe Phantasy Star Online today or Final Fantasy 15 is that with Phantasy Star you see the whole world. It's just a map. And you zoom in to these little instances. Whereas on today's games you don't see instances. It's all just there for you. I mean, it's for the most part.
Daggerfall was the first truly open world where you can run around and while you were running around the actual world, you could be attacked by randomly generated monsters. You can go buy houses, invest in companies. You can buy a boat, trade goods across different fucking countries. That's what I'm talking about is an open world, not something where it was like, oh, here's a map and you can jump around using this larger map. But it was just the massive. And I remember there was the dungeons and fucking Daggerfall were as big as fucking Skyrim. And I would get lost in them for weeks. I would stop playing because I couldn't get out of some of these fucking dungeons that were literally fucking 100 floors deep.
I can't turn it off. I haven't saved yet.
No shit. Remember those days when you had to manually save?
Oh, here's the other thing. Well, you know what? No. Speaking of the devil, I could say that defined today's gaming because there was a time in the 90s, and this is even hard to say because after Zelda, I think we started seeing more games with battery saves on them. But automatically knowing that next game that you bought had a save feature on it, we didn't have that back then. We didn't know. We hoped that they had a save feature, whereas nowadays everything has the same feature. So I could say that maybe that defined how that feature is today because every fucking game that has a campaign or is a huge open world has a save feature, and that's also a result of the technology. So I guess you could say that was defined.
You could also say games on demand were defined by Sega in the early 90s.
Yes. Yeah, good
Sega
one,
Channel.
Ice. Sega Channel, yep. And did anybody have Sega Channel here?
I had it for a little bit.
Now, did it actually download the game to your little Sega box?
As a child, all I remember was using it. Like, maybe if I could talk to, like, my mom's boyfriend at the time, he knew what the fuck was going on.
Now, Kalal's saying it's streamed. Sega was really ahead of the fucking times.
Well, streaming something that's, like, at the most, 8 megs.
Well, you had, like, what modem did you need for that? Like a 5400? 54K or whatever? I can't even remember. That they recommended you had? Yeah, it was like a 5400K kilobaud modem to stream or something like that. And then you had, what was that little online thing they had? It wasn't by Sega, but it was for the Dreamcast, or for the Genesis. I forget what it was called. Not Sega Net, the other one. It was a third-party giant thing you plugged into your Genesis, and you plugged cartridge into it, and it had a little RJ11 phone input. It was a modem.
I thought that was for the Saturn.
No, that was for the Genesis. See, now you guys are forcing me to look it up. Now I'm really dating myself.
That was a part of the Tower of Power. I had one.
Online adapter. Here it is. It was called X-Band. Remember the X-Band?
Jesus, that's old.
Yeah, see, you remember that now, right? Yeah, because I was like, oh, motherfucking shit, I remember that. And here's the problem with X-Band is people... Oh, somebody said X-Band is still online. What the fuck? People would get into X-Band, and if you were kicking their ass in, like, NBA Live, they would disconnect. It was a huge issue back then, people disconnecting off of X-Band if they were losing games.
Holy shit, you could still buy one new.
Yeah, I think they have them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I forget the company that put it out. Who is the company that put it out? Catapult Entertainment. So if anybody wants to buy one.
I'm trying to think of more shit.
What do you mean? Other stuff that defined from the 90s that defined today?
I don't... Because it's hard to say, because, like, obviously, like, you could say, alright, you could say,
first-person shooters? I think that's a pretty huge defining of gaming that started in the 90s. Something, that genre. What was it? Started off with Wolfenstein in, like, 91?
What were you saying, Ice?
Like you could say discs, like as finding something that happened in the 90s that's still ultra prevalent is kind of hard.
It is kind of hard.
Like, you could say first-person shooters, I guess, but
yeah, but that goes back. That's pre-90s. If you want to really get into it, because first-person shooters were popular on PC in the 80s. You could say, like, Tomb Raider made a big influence on today's games. The Tomb Raider created a whole new genre, if you think about it.
3D adventure game, yep, sure did.
3D adventure game with puzzles. We briefly mentioned MMOs, I Am Legend. You must have been in the bathroom. Fighting games, maybe.
You could say 3D anything, though. So you could, like, you would say 3D period.
Well, yeah. You could say you could talk about what Super Mario 64 did for 3D.
Virtual Fighters and Sony.
Yeah. Virtual Fighter DNA is in every 3D fighting game. I mean, if you think about it. If you really want to get into it, Tekken 7 was just released. Tekken was a direct answer to Virtual Fighter. That was Namco's answer to Virtual Fighter.
No, Tekken, it was made by people who made Virtual Fighter.
Right, but it was their answer to it.
I was saying it wasn't just the answer. It was just
right.
The guys going to make the same game.
But they wanted to have that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Like, we call it...
Soul Calibur.
That's defined by
Marine Corps.
Where they put people in game, like the what the fuck is the thing where they put like a video of like shot from cameras onto games?
Shot from cameras.
via
full motion video?
Yeah, full motion FMV.
Full FMV stuff.
I think that kind of died though.
They're making games again like that.
They're still doing that though. It's still here.
Yeah, Late Shift just came out like a couple months ago, and that's an FMV.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
What about the game where he's in the subway or like some kind of bunker or some shit? That game's also FMV.
And thank you, Kala. I'd like to point out that Virtua Fighter 2 was 60 frames per second on the Sega Saturn. Sega always ahead of the times. Always. I really wish they'd do another Virtua Fighter game. You know, if Sega made a Virtua Fighter game and they made it cross-play, they would destroy all worlds.
No, they wouldn't. No one likes that game. No one is smart enough to like that game.
I hear you, Ice. I hear you on that. Yeah. It's no Tekken. It's no Tekken.
It doesn't have nearly the delay. I like delay.
Yeah.
I like to press a button and wait 10 seconds for the fucking move to happen.
Akira's gay.
It's like a strategy game, but fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you say... you would know better than I do because I don't obviously, but like gameplay, story in games, like a single player experience. Like that's not an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was born in the '90s, right?
Yeah. But you're saying not RPGs and not 3D action games, or
I feel like you started to see that creeping into other genres in the 90s. Like instead of RPGs, Half-Life, which is a first-person shooter with a story. You know, it's very narratively driven.
I would say the first-person shooter that had a narrative was Half-Life, even before Halo.
Well, what about Doom? Doom guy fall through hell and then killed John Romero's like.
Doom's campaign. There was no narrative. You run through a maze and you kill all the fucking demons and game over.
And then you didn't even know, and then at the end you died.
Yeah, Wolfenstein. You go through the wall into the fucking horizon. You know, the Sound of Music. They didn't have any. That's why I fell in love with Halo and Half-Life.
Shadow Warrior had a narrative.
That's new though.
No, that's old, dude.
Yeah, Shadow Warrior is a remake of an old series.
Yeah,
but
it
was on like the.
It was a silly narrative about like finding naked chicks and stupid, but it's no different than what it is now.
Well, if you think about Duke Nukem, kind of had a narrative once, you know. But the big deal is that with Half-Life and Halo, I felt like I was like in a movie. The way that they brought you into those games, and I thought that was fucking cool.
What makes you say that? Like, what about them made you feel that way?
The presentation, the way the story was set up. It was kind of like acts, you know, 3 acts instead of chapters in a video game. It was more like a 3-act story.
That makes sense.
You say the like what is basically now the standard 8-button controller.
Yes. Now, who do you think did that?
Sony, right?
No, fucking nope. Sega.
That's
Sega had the
or the CD.
Not really.
No, that was 7 buttons, right? It was the 6.
No, you're right.
I'm talking like 4 shoulders.
Oh, 4 shoulders. Yeah, that's Sony.
Yeah, that was a Sony.
Like that's basically Nintendo's Pro controller. That's Microsoft's controller, and now that's still Sony's controller. Yeah, so it's basically the entire 3 console things is that setup.
Who had the analog first? Was it Sega or Sony?
Sega had it for the.
They had it for Knights, right? Yeah, but I couldn't remember when Sony actually put out the analog stick.
Knights for
what? Jesus, Thief was the first real stealth game.
Was that before? Whatchamacallit? What the fuck is the game that me and Freddie play online all the time?
I would say that's not the first stealth game.
No, isn't it? What's the fucking game with the dude in the fucking night goggles?
Splinter Cell?
Splinter Cell.
Thief is way before Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
Thief
we're talking
about
90s.
Oh,
early 90s, right?
It's after Metal Gear Solid Snake.
Yeah, Metal Gear.
Oh, you're talking old.
I'm not talking about the PlayStation 1 one. I'm talking about the MSX one.
Oh shit! Ice went there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't even know what the fucking MSX is, Ice. You went there, man. Welcome to the club. Ice is fucking people up tonight. He dropped MSX. Who doesn't know what an MSX is? Don't lie and say you know and Google it before you say, yeah, I know what that is. Who doesn't know?
That Master System.
I ain't gonna make fun of you. I'm trying to educate people. The Real D White says Japanese console. Who else? Ruben's typing. Ruben's been angry this week. There's your MSX. Read about it. The original Metal Gear was made on the MSX. All right. Now, did you type that in after I said it, The Real D White? Yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about too, motherfuckers. I'm the Real D White.
Thief was the first game that used light and shadow and sound as a stealth mechanism.
That
was prior to Splinter Cell. This was 98.
I don't think.
You said 98.
I'm going to drop a bomb for you, and this is just coming from memory, but I don't know if I'm right. Somebody here who's old like me will know. Didn't Haunted House for the Atari 2600 have some of that? Does anybody remember playing that?
I mean, if what you're saying is it's the first game to use like as far as like, hey, you're in the dark, you're in the dark, you're safe, then maybe. But like Metal Gear came out, like Metal Gear Solid came out in 1997.
Yeah, but he used sound and stealth and darkness.
What sound?
Hide in the shadow. Well, if you're walking on a carpet, or you're walking on stone, or you're walking on concrete, or whatever you're.
Hey, you guys.
Metal Gear Solid, you could use like the puddles on the ground. You can knock. That's all sound too.
Did you hear about Atari's new console?
Yeah, a PC basically.
It's basically a PC. I don't know why they're doing it. Atari was smart when they were making just like, so fuck it, let's just make video games. I don't know what they're doing now with this fucking console. It's like
they consider Haunted House the earliest example of a survival horror game.
Aha! You looked that up?
Yeah.
The Atari box.
Yeah. Atari.
Hey, so what's the deal with that that Sega console? I heard about it, but I couldn't find it.
You mean the Atari console?
Well, whatever the new one you started talking about is coming.
So they're building a console that's basically a PC. So I guess it's going to be a small form factor PC, and it's going to look like an Atari, and it's called the Atari Box. So if you go to AtariBox.com, I like the name actually. It's better than Xbox One X.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah, so basically the Direct Xbox.
Yes, yeah. It'll just,
that's what I was originally.
I think all they're doing is they're making a PC that looks like an Atari. I think nostalgia-wise, it's pretty cool. I think if they make it so you can easily plug it into your living room and hook a couple of controllers up to it and play Steam games, that'll be cool. Things like that. But Atari, don't come into this business trying to make another fucking console to compete with everybody. Just don't do that. Don't fucking do that because you're gonna lose.
That's a recipe for the.
Is it supposed to be a Steam machine or something? I mean,
no, it's actually going to be a PC.
Okay.
Steam machines were the biggest fucking joke. They had a chance to do something interesting, and instead they took a shit, wadded it up in a piece of paper and threw it at us. It's like, here you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could have capitalized on that, but oh well. It looks like, okay, so Atari Box is it says it was inspired by Nintendo's success with the NES Mini. Keep this in mind. It's possible the Atari Box will be a reasonably priced bit of kit designing to play old games. Others believe it could be a fully fledged machine. So nobody even fucking knows. I heard it was a small form factor PC. Who knows?
Which could literally mean anything, because the small form factor PC is your phone.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what. One thing I don't need is another box that can play old games that I can play on my PC. Okay, I don't need another box with an HDMI port on it. That, you know,
an HDMI port and a what do you call it, like a SD card slot.
Yeah, I don't need another one of those. So what the fuck is this guy? How are you gonna follow me and have fuck nigglets in your profile? Fuck off, cunt. Who the fuck is this guy? He's following 7 people. He's got 1 follower, and he's following me. Who the hell is this asshole? He's following me. He's following nobody I know. So he's following somebody named Salty Fish, Nikki Bunyan, Nantry Shores.
Sounds like a real catch.
Mama Max, Custom Grow 420, and Pyro Cynical. Fuck nigglets. Are you kidding me? And you're following me? Who the fuck is this dude? Let me block his ass. Fuck nigglets. Block.
You saw the movie?
Anyway, so that's that. So what else is going on, people? I guess the NBA draft is going on.
You didn't like the Celtics draft?
I know a lot of people are pissed off at dude from New York now.
Phil Jackson?
Yeah. Because he made some dumb moves, I guess. But, you know, I'm only paying attention to what Boston's doing.
You're not even paying attention to that.
How did Boston not get Jimmy Butler?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Because they weren't going to give up the third pick.
They should have given it up. They're not going to get somebody better than Butler.
Look, Boston's not going to do anything until they get themselves a really good big. Period. They need a monster.
Sure.
I think it's hilarious next season the Bulls' best fucking three-point shooter is going to be their fucking 7-footer that they just drafted.
Now, this guy that just got on LA, this ball dude, like, is he really that good?
No.
Is he the next Kobe Bryant?
No.
He's just a regular college dude that got on the Lakers.
He's a pretty good basketball player who has a loudmouth dad.
Yeah. Yes.
He's not going to be able to create his own shot. He has a lot of weaknesses, but Magic says he reminds himself. Right? He reminds him of himself. So,
yeah, Magic said a lot of dumb stuff in the past 10 years. So, this is just going to be one more notched up.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so it is the lull, the Post E3 Deadzone, where now we just wait for stuff to get released. It's not going to be any real news until Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show.
So what are the big games for the end of the year from the console perspective as far as like exclusives? It's like Crackdown.
Microsoft's got Crackdown, Forza. Sea of Thieves, Forza, and Cuphead.
State of Decay.
Yeah, Wolfenstein 2, which I still haven't seen yet. Everybody says it's amazing. State of Decay 2.
It's going to be the shit.
Yeah, State of Decay looks awesome.
Sony's games will be coming out in early 2018. Probably starting with God of War.
Dude, are you really forgetting about Knack 2? You're not going to mention Knack 2 in September?
Oh, Knack 2 is this year?
It's September, yeah.
Man, you know what? I didn't even see Knack 2 in any of the E3 footage.
It was the pre-E3 or the
real talk. It looks filthy. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks better than the last one.
I
played it. I mean, last one wasn't.
I know you played it. Yeah. Oh no, actually, Ice played that to completion. You played. Did you ever beat that game?
No, I haven't beat it.
Really?
I played it. He thought it was great.
Picked that up since
hip hop.
It ain't.
Look, hip hop loves everything.
He does. That's me.
Unless it's a fucking card-based battle game.
And then even if you send it to him for free, he'll probably like it.
Nah, because you don't remember I sent him Cultist Saga and he gave it a bad review and didn't even really play it? Yeah, things have changed. Things have changed. The gravy train's running.
That was when he didn't like PCs until he got one for free.
Yeah, that's true.
They're giving him another one, too. They're giving him a real one. He's
the
got
same
that
company?
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Origin with their overpriced PCs. At least he's getting them for free.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good somebody like him has a gaming PC because he does have a large following, and, you know, we need more people with gaming PCs to talk about them.
It's hard to explain to people who are, like, white people. That's who I have to try to explain that the hip-hop gamer represents, like, a portion of the community that you just don't get. You think he's stupid, but he's not talking to you, you dumbass. He's not talking to you, and that's why you don't get it.
He's not talking to me either.
Oh, he's not
talking to what you're talking about.
He's talking to, but when he's talking, right, people are like, he sounds dumb, right?
No.
He's all excited, and he's all, like, jumping up and down.
It's not even about that. He's no different than any console gamer out there. I'm telling you, if you started playing games on consoles and you didn't care about technology, you didn't know about technology, you never built your own PCs, how are you going to know these things? You're not going to know these things. You're really not going to know what's going on under the hood. You're not going to understand why the original Xbox One can't do 1080p most of the time. You don't understand. So this is why I joke about those people who went crazy when Sony announced that they had 8 gigabytes of GDDR5, because 90% of those people who went crazy didn't know what GDDR5 was. They had no fucking idea. So, and I don't blame them, Because how are you going to know about this stuff if you've never built a PC and you're not interested in the technology? A lot of console gamers don't know about this stuff. So when they say Hip Hop Gamer is stupid, no, he's not stupid. He's a fucking console gamer before he's a PC gamer. That's all.
I don't think it's that. Or people think he's stupid because of how he talks and the way he gets excited over shit.
Because he has a vernacular? New York vernacular?
Because of his vernacular, the way he speaks.
You know what?
People think he's dumb because of that.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, that's what I tell those people. Like, he's not fucking talking to you then.
We were having a conversation the other day. Look, we were having a conversation the other day where people thought I was white and they thought Ice was black.
That happens a lot, I feel like.
My wife thought you were white.
See? Can't a black man just talk regular?
I don't know,
Regular.
I always thought you were the darkest black man I ever saw.
Shaw the One says, I first thought Tor was a big white dude. Hello, everybody. My name is Torrance, and I like video games.
That's just a big gay black dude.
Wait, what'd you say, Ice?
You don't need to sound like a retard to sound white, necessarily.
Yeah, you don't have to talk like this to sound white.
No, have you heard Urkel?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I try to tell people you sound like where you come from. Like, you can't just sound black. You can't sound white. You can sound like you're from Chicago. You can sound like you're from LA. You can sound like you're from Florida. You don't sound white or black.
You can sound like you're from Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. You take a white dude who grew up take a white dude who grows up in a black neighborhood, he's going to talk about every black kid he grew up with. Take a black kid, put him in a white neighborhood, he's going to sound like every white kid he grew up with. You take a bunch of white kids and black kids and throw them in the same neighborhood, they're all going to sound the same.
I don't know, dude. None of the black kids I grew up with sound like me.
Yeah, but you don't really have
pretty mixed.
You said you're in Ohio?
No, I'm in
Indiana?
Illinois, dude.
Illinois?
Yeah.
You're in Chirac.
No, I'm not in Chirac. Oh my god, dude, what a fucking shithole that is.
See, my language. Here's the thing. My language is like if I get really angry, and I know you guys have heard it, the Bostonian accent really comes out.
God forbid that ever.
Started sounding like Bill Burr.
My mother's from Pittsburgh. My father grew up in Cambridge, and he's got a deep Cambridge, Mass accent. Then I moved to California for 20 years, and I lost most of that Bostonian dropping the R's and stuff like that, except when I got pissed off. So, the Wahlberg comes out. That's true. Yeah, it comes out. You know. What the fuck is Elix? What the fuck is this?
He's a wrestler. Elix Skipper.
This looks pretty dope. Oh shit! What's Elix? What is this? What system is this coming out on? You seeing this, Ice? You watching this?
Xbox One X exclusive.
What is it though? Really? What's this coming out on? World of Elix.
It's got 2 people. Co-op?
Launch exclusive.
That's Freddy. Really? What is this game? This looks cool. Oh, I haven't seen this trailer yet, Kalel. Thank you for posting this.
Dude, this looks fucking
it's
badass.
funny they're trying to change the name for
What are you all freaking out about?
This the Elix trailer. It looks cool. It's like dinosaurs and a dude with a jetpack.
Oh, badass!
That looks pretty cool.
Does he got like a fucking shield and a sword? And he's a jetpack?
Hey, I'm all over. I play games. I'm all over Hellblade because I'm a huge fan of Ninja Theory. I am a huge fan. I became a Ninja Theory fanboy when they released Heavenly Sword.
This is German-made game too, so
I'll be playing this shit.
You guys are such fucking minds.
What?
It's alright.
You guys are fucking crazy.
Well, you don't think it looks cool?
No.
Yeah, I'm with Ice on this one, surprisingly.
I think it looks pretty sick.
Look cool out of that.
There's dinosaurs, man. We all wanted games with dinosaurs.
Generic fucking shit. Oh, Lord.
Hey, I didn't say I was going to buy it day one. I said it looked cool. Hellblade's gonna be sick though. When the fuck is that coming out? Is that coming out this year? Pre-order now. August 8th. I'll be getting that on Steam. Nice. Oh, they got gameplay. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Check this shit out. I haven't seen this yet. I got a big surprise coming for you guys soon. Probably tomorrow. Don't ask for hints.
I don't see any gameplay.
Dry rub.
Dry rub.
Wrong video.
Hellblade Dev says he likes gameplay when you just walk in mist and reflect, so we'll see. That looks dope. I can't believe this is supposed to be like a $40 game too, isn't it? Hellblade?
Are you still talking about Felix? Oh, Hellblade.
No, Hellblade. Man,
yeah, Hellblade looks cool.
They do such a good job.
It's going to be like not a premiumly priced title, so that's exciting.
This Andrea says it's 30. Looks really, really good.
Yeah, it is 30.
The gameplay looks sick too.
That means it's gonna be 30 FPS, guys.
It's gonna be whatever I want it to be on my PC. On my PC.
Oh, Monty.
It's like God of War before God of War is God of War.
Alright, that looks cool.
This is what we can play before God of War.
Well, we gotta play Splinter Cell, Freddy.
Oh, damn it.
I got it installed, man. I haven't even finished single player because I had lost my save, so I had to...
Chaos Theory? Which Splinter Cell you guys play?
Blacklist or whatever. No, what's
it's
Blacklist, right? Yeah.
I didn't know they had co-op.
Yes, it does. It has really good co-op too. Freddy just keeps dodging me.
Yeah.
I thought it was only
going fishing. What the fuck?
Chaos Theory that had it.
No, all the games after the second one and on have co-op.
Really? I knew about the verses. I thought it was just Chaos Theory. Wow.
I think really Conviction might not have had co-op. No, it did. It did. A good co-op too.
Yakuza Kiwami. Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah, the new one has you play as Fisher and what's the other guy's name? Can't remember his name. Saved my life.
I can't remember his name to save my life.
Hey, that's a good song right there.
Is it John? Is it Steve? Is it David? I'm gonna die if I can't remember his name. Oh boy, it is so fucking hot. Do you see the beads of sweat on me? It's so hot in here right now.
That's weird. Do you own Blacklist?
I have it, yeah.
Because it's not showing. I don't see you as one of my friends who owns it on Steam.
Maybe no, I don't have it on Steam. I have it on Uplay.
Oh,
you got it on Uplay, right, Freddie?
Yeah.
Because we were early adopters, right? We got the shit when it came right out.
I got this shit for $15.
Yeah, we support the cause.
I pre-ordered this game on the PC and the Xbox. I'm a straight fool. I love my Splinter Cell, man.
Hopefully we get another one, man.
No shit. They're like, we didn't forget about Splinter Cell. Well,
don't worry, we'll show you in 20 years later.
Apparently they had a game. I probably got canceled, though. Probably sucked.
All right, people. So before we go, I wanted to show you guys Titanfall 2 in 6K real quick. It's beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. I do have a surprise. Keep an eye out. If you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see an email. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you should subscribe so you get the notification. So I do have a surprise coming up. I've already worked a lot of things out here.
What's your surprise?
Kiwami is pronounced Kiwami. There's Rico-san. Kiwami. That's what I said, Kiwami.
What's your surprise?
It's not a surprise if I tell you what it is.
You can give us
No
Inside
hints.
scoop.
Nope, no scoops, no nothing.
Is it something for us or is it something?
It's
for
something
you?
for you
If it's
guys.
Something for you, then I don't care.
It's something for you guys. If it was for me, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Why not? It could be a surprise to us.
Because I'd already know what it is. I can't
but-
surprise myself.
It could be a surprise to us that you got.
Well, actually, I can't surprise myself. Sometimes I
Like,
look down
hey,
and my
I
shit's
got,
just
like,
bigger.
hey.
I was like, oh shit.
Like, if you were an if you were a good enough influencer, you could go on to Twitter and be like, "Oh, I went to the store and there were no Switches," and then someone would send you a Switch, like this lady did today.
Hold on a second.
True.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
Nope.
Hold on. I went to the store and there were no Switches.
Put oh well, sad face, sad face, sad face.
Okay, so there were no
Can I
Switches.
tell you guys?
Wait, let me put
one
Nintendo
secret?
Switches so they don't start sending me light switches. You
Every-
said sad face.
every-
Did she say,
every
oh well?
GameStop.
You said, oh well?
I mean, if I were you, I'd do that.
Oh well. And then sad face. Sad face. Sad face. Okay, let's see what happens. There we go. I'm waiting. Is it like the cartoons when you order something and it arrives right away? Should I go out and check my mail right now? So PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds passed 4 million. On PC only, it passed 4 million. On PC.
So,
I love it when a PC game sells that much before it hits console. So motherfuckers know. Do I have a prototype Xbox One X? No, but I saw one in the Microsoft store. I actually got to touch it. You're about
They
to say
said they did
something?
100 million. They
Who
said
did
they
it?
did $100 million.
Oh, for Battlegrounds?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I made that game.
Boys up.
That's the
You
next
know the
month?
cold thing is?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to DayZ?
Well,
These dudes
this,
came out.
there's a whole story. There's a whole story about how he went from DayZ. There's like 2 mods he made that he quit on.
DayZ and H1Z1.
Yeah, DayZ and H1Z1. And then some company bought him to develop Battlegrounds. So he's in, it's not Korea. Is it Korea?
yeah, South Korea.
He's in South Korea right now developing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
I guess you could just say Korea because it'd be weird if he was in North Korea. Doing
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He's in
PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, the most popular game in North Korea.
Yeah, he's in friendly Korea.
But the thing is, oh no, fuck, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, how long before a boy came out at the announcement of the PS4 was DayZ being made? It's 4 years later.
Yeah.
And these dudes just last month said, "Oh, we're about to push an update and finally take the game out of early access and make it a real game."
Oh, really?
Yeah. What are they doing? This game's been.
I have no idea.
It was originally a mod, all right? So it originally was a mod. Then they decided to take it off of the Arma 3 engine or the Arma 2 engine and develop it as a standalone project. And so they basically had to start from scratch. And so when they announced it for the PS4, they had just started from scratch their new game.
No, it was in early access. That version of it was in early access at that time. This game's been in
Right,
early
but
access.
did you play it back then?
No, I didn't play it because they announced it was coming to PS4.
It was feature empty, dude. It was basically the game, and it had some zombies, and not even they weren't even like the mod zombies where they would hear you and you had to crawl into towns and shit. And it was real. There were no fucking vehicles. There were hardly any guns. There were no sounds. It was literally just like, here is something for you guys to run around in, a walking simulator with zombies.
If Sony gave them dudes any money to help with development, they got ripped off.
They didn't give them any money.
If they did, I'm just saying.
Well, the crazy thing is, if they actually released this, Sony would have had that before it became super popular on PC. Because it seemed like Days was never really going to become anything. And he was building it off a mod. Whereas with Sony and with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, it's from the ground up. And yeah, it's kind of crazy how that happened. If you actually go to Bluehole, I think it's on Bluehole's webpage, you see the whole story of how PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came to be. And that's going to be the one. So now he's got all this support. It's actually coming out on console now, and it's only sold 4 million, and the game's not finished. It's amazing. It's amazing to me when you can release an unfinished game and sell 4 million copies.
I hope this guy doesn't get screwed over by this company, though.
Oh, he won't. He won't get screwed over. He's actually working with the guy that brought him over is the director of the game, and he's the main guy. So, and because of the success they've had with it, I don't think he's going to get screwed over. I think they're going to do good.
If he does get screwed over, then the game becomes irrelevant at some point, and he makes another one.
Yeah, he'll make another one on it. Yeah, yeah, if that happened.
And then he'll use the fact that he got screwed over to get sympathy sales.
You don't have to. You can just say, "Hey, remember that one game I made that everyone liked? Here's the set. Here's the new
There's a better one.
Yeah.
There's a better one."
Well, even Microsoft has their own Battlegrounds type game now with cute characters and shit. They showed it at the show.
Dog, that looks so fucking stupid.
Where you can see through the walls and shit.
Oh, that looked like a MOBA, dude.
It's becoming a genre. No, you're thinking of Fortnite.
No, I know Fortnite, but I'm talking.
You're
talking about the one where they had like the traps and shit, and the people had like special power ups or whatever.
That was like a MOBA.
No. The one, it was just like they pretty much announced the game right after PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And it was the same thing. A bunch of people, and you kill somebody, and then the number goes down, and it keeps going down until you're the last one left or whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
And then they had the most annoying person on the face.
Yes, doing the shoutcasting. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So fucking terrible.
My stream health is yellow.
Why?
Okay, people. This is it. No, it's just, it tells you how good your stream is. It's supposed to be green. I'm the next level, which is yellow. As long as it's not red, I'm good. I really appreciate everybody showing up on both the stream and Discord tonight. I like how things are going. How does everybody like how things are going with these live streams?
Pretty darn good, I'd say.
Yep. Please subscribe. Now I'm looking to get 1,000 subscriptions. I guess I can get...
You need to have someone running your stream in the background to like put things, because like you got to be able to just talk, but then people need to be able to put things up in the background.
Like what?
I don't know. Someone just you need like a controller, like someone to put things up while you're talking, or
Well,
like
what-
visual aid,
What kind of things?
like anything. Like whenever
Like
you
maybe
have
a video you're
conversation
talking
something,
about.
Someone put some shit up in the back in your background.
Well, yeah,
That's a really
for the
good
things
idea.
that I don't know that I'm going to talk about, like I didn't know we were going to talk about NAC 2, so I didn't have a NAC 2 file prepared. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
be
you
cool.
just can't click on like a YouTube of like
It's-
NAC 2 and
it's-
start streaming in the back?
It's, well, here, watch. I'm going to show you. So watch this. I can do it. It just takes a second. So I loaded up YouTube. It's full screen. I go back to this, and I switch to this, and I do a transition, and then I go back to the window. So you guys right now should see NAC 2 playing. Can you see it? If you're watching the stream.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just takes a couple seconds for me to do it. But what happens...
Now you've got a copyright strike.
Well, yeah, well, not... I don't think Sony's going to copyright me for this, but...
Ubisoft will, though.
Ubisoft does it, Nintendo does it, and I think Capcom does it. I don't think Sony does it because I did the whole Sony conference and I didn't get any strikes.
Yeah, I did. We did the Microsoft conference, and everything that was Ubisoft related got copyright strike.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucking stupid. So that's one of the reasons why I'm careful about that. But certain things, I'll actually download the file using the YouTube downloader, and then I'll play those live on the stream. I like to prepare a couple things for the show, a couple of graphics and things, but as we get further and further into the summer, we're going to have a lot of slow news weeks. Less and less announcements, and it probably won't get big again until Gamescom or Tokyo Game Show. Even Tokyo Game Show isn't that huge anymore, because I remember last year people weren't really talking about Tokyo Game Show. It happened, and all this cool stuff got announced, and nobody was really talking about it except maybe Rikusen. So, you know, who knows what the rest of the summer will be like. But everybody needs to go outside and buy Steam games. And stop wasting your time. And, you know, finish off some games, get trophies, get achievements.
You can get For Honor for $40 now.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's definitely not
That's $30 too much.
When's the last time you played that, Ice?
When it came out.
I knew he was going to say that.
Speaking of games that...
Wait, I got to say this. Rikusen Rozon, he's watching the stream. He says, laughing my ass off. Fuck y'all niggas. Tokyo Game Show all day. Rikusen, is it true that your most anticipated game is Anthem? That actually surprised the shit out of me. Or were you joking?
Gigantic Destiny fan.
I'm such a BioWare fan, though. Even though I know what's been done to them, it just... I can't help but feel like super optimistic.
Interesting.
I mean, BioWare up today isn't the BioWare that made great games that you love. That talent.
It's the same. It's basically the same BioWare that made 3, which pissed me the fuck off.
Mass Effect 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because all the writing talent isn't with the company anymore.
Nah,
But a lot
son,
of the
Anthem is lit.
Torrance, have you seen this game called Shadow Tactics?
No, I have not.
That looked badass. I was looking
Shadow
at it.
Tactics, Blade of the Shogun.
Can somebody link that, please?
Giant Bomb did a quick look of that. It looks pretty freaking cool.
I am the Giant Bomb.
Are you?
Are you? Yeah.
They were awesome back in the day. Now they're just fucking
Going to the bathroom after I've taken a shit.
It's $30 right now on Steam.
Rikusen says, as far as everything that was at E3, yeah, we got no Gundam or Dynasty Warriors 9, so it's Anthem, LOL. Shadow Tactics. Is this from the same guys who do... This isn't from the same guys who do Shadow Warrior, is it?
I don't think so.
This is...
It's like a strategy game. It's like real-time strategy.
Mimimi Productions. Dalek Entertainment is the producers. They do mostly adventure games.
So you should be able to see Shadow Tactics on the stream right now. Can you see it? Yep. All right, good. You like that, Ice?
Yeah.
See how I deliver for you?
I'm saying, like, imagine if you had a whole show like that, boy, you'd be killing it.
Coming next week.
You'd be killing the game, kid.
I guess their only other game is called The Last Tinker.
Oh, is this a dungeon crawler?
It's a tactical stealth game, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Do you have full control of the characters, or is it point and click?
It's kind of point and click, but each character has like different strong points. So you've got like a samurai guy who's better at combat. You've got like a stealth. Yeah, exactly. Or like Jagged Alliance.
Wait, what did you say? It's like what?
The Commando games. Remember those? Like,
oh yeah.
It's like that, but it's in
this game.
Feudal Japan.
Tour.
That's sweet.
Have you ever played Jagged Alliance Tour? It's like that, but with samurai.
No, I have not played Jagged Alliance.
That's strange.
Don't play games.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Fuck y'all.
Strange for grad.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck
Number one gaming podcast on the internet. The man don't play no games.
Yeah, I do. I've just been busy. In fact, I'm going to play some Sega Bass Fishing after this.
You're not going to play Fishing Planet?
Nope, I'm playing Sega Bass Fishing because I'm in the middle of a tournament.
Oh, did y'all hear that the Han Solo movie is in a development hell right now?
No, they're just switching directors.
They're bringing on Ron Howard.
It's got the same release date, dude. That's not development hell.
Apparently, they're gonna have to reshoot a bunch of the movie. Old girl, Kathleen Kennedy, didn't like anything the two directors did. Like they're about to have to reshoot.
Does that mean she wants it more like Episode 7 or more like Rogue One?
Hopefully, Rogue One.
That's
more
the
like
question.
Rogue One, because the word was, them dudes are comedians. They did 21 Jump Street.
Right.
And, she didn't like the fact that she was letting the dudes do what's the word, improv and not sticking to the script that they wrote. And apparently they said they took 2 weeks off, watched what they shot, and she didn't like none of it. And they weren't trying to get on the program, so she fired him, and now she brought in Ron Howard.
Oh, good. Clean up house. You know Ron Howard will do serious.
Ron Howard's a good director, so, you know. Like, that man knows how to make a movie.
We'll just see if he knows how to take somebody else's movie and make it good.
What'd you say, Ice?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
That's our next zombie game tour.
What'd you say?
I wish we could see this first.
This is our next zombie game, the Strange Brigade.
Something about a sodomy game. I was like, that's not
Strange Brigade.
It's about time.
You guys keep
waiting 2.5 hours for
you guys keep showing cool games that I have to keep putting on display. Let's see this one.
This will be in the 19th.
Oh, what do you think of the footage of Uncharted: The Last Legacy?
Oh, dude, I'm all over that game. That goes without saying.
You was looking at Chloe's ass, huh?
He's fucking crazy.
Both of them, Chloe and Nadine. Wait a minute.
Get original Counter-Strike for $249.
I have that.
The hell is this?
This is that new zombie game Freddie was talking about. It's like Left 4 Dead, but it's not like Left 4 Dead, I guess.
What's the name?
Set in like 1930.
Oh shit! Check it out. Is it like Nazi zombies?
The same company they make the same company that made that game.
It looks like it.
But it's like with bummies and all that other shit.
But it's not in the same. It's not the same world or anything. This is just
it's a whole different game.
But I guess these guys love zombie games. This is like zombies in Raiders of the Lost Ark era. Oh, that's sick. We gonna play, Freddy?
Freddy's better than to try to play a game with you.
Me and Freddy have actually played some Nazi zombies and had a good time.
Man, is the zombie genre ever gonna die?
Oh, hell no.
Hopefully.
It dies, but then it just comes back until someone headshots it.
I'm being real. I was kind of disappointed when they announced Days Gone last year and it was a zombie game, man. I was expecting a little more out of the guys who make Siphon Filter.
Everybody wants another Siphon Filter.
I know, man. The fuck?
No, I didn't have to be Siphon Filter, but I'm all about new IPs. But I was just, another zombie game. That's all. Just.
What's your ideal sort of game for like a new IP, that's a zombie game? What would be your ideal genre?
Just
State of Decay 2.
Or action adventure. Like those are the two things I like the most.
State of Decay 2, my brothers.
That's both of those items together in one thing with co-op. And zombies. And assholes that can jump in and ruin your game. Apparently. And troll you and shit.
Everything you wanted.
All right, people. I'm gone. I will see you next week. Thank everybody for coming. Peace out. And QL, thanks for your tip.
You're welcome.